afternoon. This is MC Richardson. After a 2 week absence, we're back on our air, and we're glad to be here. This is Guess Who's Coming to Kansas City. MC Richardson is the moderator and also the host, and we have our folks, and we have Mr. Scott with us, who is trying to get two or three other countries just their person to be on here, but I don't know if they're gonna show up or not.
Okay.
But let me start out with a remembrance. J.K. Russell passed away. J.K. Russell was a star in working at grocery stores, running grocery stores. And then the other personality who passed away is Groovy Grant. Groovy Grant has been around for a long time. Well, he started out with the Greyhound bus station. I beg your pardon?
Bless you. Now, Scott got to fight in the closet. He sneezed.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Please go ahead.
Go ahead, MC.
Okay. Groovy Grant has worked for the Greyhound bus station, and he was one that designed his own DJ cart where he went from place to place conducting R&B shows. Well, he's going to be a great life. All his life, he wanted to be on radio. And he passed away. I just heard this the other day. And I know he had been ill. But he'll be sorely missed. He was from Rosedale, Kansas. He worked his way up. So he finally worked at KKFI, and he worked at KWKI. There were two local radio stations. And
I met him, MC. Yeah, I met him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was one individual that he was an expert in getting people to do interviews with him. He'd do those interviews on microphone or what have you. He also had the people from Kansas City on there, and anybody who was anybody in the entertainment world. Groovy had a special, and not an invoice, but a special show dealing with them, an interview, let's put it that way. So we missed him. We will miss him. But we wanted to do, I've been at the Kansas City VA hospital for the last 2 weeks. And still trying to find out when I'll be able to go to a rehab. But I keep meeting with these different doctors, nurses, and people like that say, we'll let you know. Or they have to get together with their little 3 or 4 team membership, and they discuss the things, and then they come back and see what they can do. But it's just something that I'm not the only one that's in the VA hospital, and I think it's good that they got a VA hospital. I just happen to be the one here in Kansas City. And I don't know whether I should stay here in Kansas City or go to another installation, but with the same connections, okay? And I was hoping that the ladies, they come in and let's see what we have here. So how's the weather where you are?
Snowed last night.
We had snow last night.
Yeah, okay. I did hear that it snowed here.
Yeah, we got snow, but it's gone today, though. We're still on the grass, okay? We didn't have anything on the concrete or the asphalt. We just kind of, was kind of got maybe a half inch or whatever on it. About a half inch right there, Scott, on the grass, but not on the, on the asphalt, nothing like that.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Well, I heard talking on the phone. I haven't been outside.
Mm-hmm.
That it was snowing, and I guess looking forward. Well, I'm not looking forward to snow, but looking forward to go to a rehab place where they can put me under physical therapy so I can start walking again.
Mm-hmm.
And they got physical therapy doing that. They make a lot of money doing that. You know that, don't you, Scott?
Well, I know I do, because I was in physical therapy. I broke my neck, I was paralyzed, and I know physical therapy does work. I couldn't walk, and now, I'm doing great things. I've been in several times, did several programs, so physical therapy does work. You just have to, it's a good thing to have physical therapy. You just have to, go in there and just do what they tell you to do, and it'll be successful.
Well, yes, and they're supposed to start that. Trying to move me to this facility that specializes in that, but they're saying they need a room. I don't know if the room is the subject or the people who are going to pay the insurance have said they're going to do it. I don't know.
Well, and see, right now, I would say it's part of the room, because right now with a lot of people being sick and even needing to get in that therapy now, it's really a thing that people are now starting to come around and using therapy. They're trying to get in there now. There's really a wait to get in those facilities. You get a room, okay, and when you get a room, that means you'll have they have all the technicians needed, okay, to work on you, all this stuff. When they say they get in the room, so they actually get the whole program set up for you.
And I can't.
Kind of safe.
So, what's been going on with you guys?
Well, Scott made 1,000. Go ahead, Scott. He was Santa Claus. Tell him how many kids you made happy, Scott.
A little bit over 1,000 kids on my lap this winter.
Yes, and that meant a whole lot of kids were happy for Christmas. Told their friends about it, and told their mothers and fathers, and he was a joy to a whole lot of kids. And I'm just happy to say I know this man. He's always doing something to help in his community, no matter what age you are.
Well, I want to know, Scott, does Santa Claus go to the ghetto?
Santa Claus loves everybody, sir. Santa Claus is the embodiment of love.
Yes, he is. He came by my neighborhood. I'm not in the ghetto, but he came by my work.
Did he come down the chimney?
If they had a chimney.
No. If they had one. You gotta have one.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what has happened on December the 2nd? Yuma celebrated its 50th anniversary in Kansas City at the Bruce R. Watkins Cultural Heritage Center. And we had over 75 plus people, and we was shooting for 100. And we also have people, and we got a plaque for you. We got different things that we have, but we haven't gotten them to the people. Either they wasn't there, or we just haven't gotten it to them, or the people who committed to participate in it have not come up with their invoice money as of yet. And I had somebody else, and you run across people. Everybody can't do everything or do some things. You have to teach them. And since the three of us been involved in invoices and what have you, we have a better idea and understanding on how that works. And then
MC, let me say this to you, okay? I commend you that having human been around for almost 50-some years, okay? To see a lot of things change in the media where back in those days, we just had maybe 3 or 4 channels on a TV station. And before we even had cable television, Human was doing a good job then. Then people into radio and TV.
Well, that is true. We're very fortunate to be here, and we are the oldest black-owned media facility in the country. We also are the senior one in civil rights, and we have been given the credit for the placement and internships of not only minority, but people in general. We were the one that set up internships where a lot of the stations did not have it.
Right.
And this working with different people, but a lot of people run off and they don't know how they got it. They think they got that position because they're so-called good.
And
And
MC, one of the things, MC, I found out, and I know you agree, I think we all agree, when you help people, okay, get something done, and they get what they want from you, believe it or not, they forget about who you are. But I have a saying, you need me once, you need me twice. And so that means they will be back again. And when they connect a second or third time, okay, they will remember that, I was the person that you needed back then, so I'm still the same person now. And I don't hold it against them. I just say, come on in, let's have a good time, and God bless you.
well, doing this December the 2nd, when we said we're observing 50 years, we have brought in or bringing in some new people who said they want to work and do some things in order to elevate. Everybody said, let's look toward the 21st century. A lot of them, participate in the 20th century. But on the same token, this is something from the heart that I've been doing. Don't get paid for it, but something I feel that is needed and needs more people to join. Now, we did get some pretty good people that said they're going to be part of us, but that has not, I guess they're working for us to meet. Then you need to, see, you have, in some situations where you got people, they see what you're doing, and they get with their little group and say, oh, I can do that. And they call themselves the so-called replacement here. Both of y'all probably experienced that. That, yeah, they just think, well, we can do that, and they don't have a leg to stand on.
Well, MC, if people look at what we do, and they laugh, and they think it's easy to do, all right? That's one of the things that I have found, and so have you. That people think what we do is easy, but when they get around to trying to get it done, it's not as simple as they think it is. By no means it is simple. And also what they find out is that when we do what we do, then God is blessing us as we do what we do. And that's always a blessing from us, okay, from them, as we help each other.
We got some good people that said they're gonna become a part of us. But on the same token, while we're on this, I don't know whether the ladies are showing up or not, but the show must go on. Tell the people about the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce and what you're doing in the different pieces that connect that together.
Well, first of all, MC, we do a program on Ferguson, USC, HotStory.com since 2015, every Saturday from 1 to 3. We've been fortunate to broadcast on the air, and that's one of the things we do. Chamber was established on April 1st of 2015, and we've been successful in helping our community across the state of Missouri. We did a lot of programs in Kansas City, Missouri. We work on an ongoing program in Haytown, Missouri, where we build some housing and also a training facility. And also, most recently, we got one of our members, I'm happy to say, Green and Sons LLC, Telecommunications LLC, recently became a member of the International Electrical, IBW is being called, Electrical Union, local 2 here in St. Louis, and it's probably one of the first and only truly black members. I call them a member of the the union there, and we're looking forward to doing great things as we go across the country to install a broadband communications, which is cable television, the whole 9 yards, putting in the fiber in the ground. And as a matter of fact, we've been Green and Sons has been invited to go over to work with Google over in Africa also. So that's one of the things we're doing there. We're working with our members here to do a lot of things with the matter of fact. This my birthday is on the 11th. The day before the 10th, I've been invited to be the guest of the St. Louis County Executive Sam Page at the state of the county address at University of Missouri, St. Louis, and also as we call it, on the 10th. And so we have to be there with County Executive Sam Page and in the county council, seeing what's being laid out for the upcoming year with the council. So we also work with a lot of the organizations here, the churches here in St. Louis. We're all over the place, MC, and just like here in Kansas City, we're trying to make a difference, and we are making a difference.
Well, we got hopefully one of our new corporate members that replaced Elise Martini. Ralph, I forget Ralph's last name, but he's over the Greater Kansas City Building and Construction Trades Council. Mm-hmm. And what we would like to do is get get them to refurbish or rebuild from the outside in the Kansas City Call newspaper, the Kansas City weekly newspaper that is into its 100th year, but the place is down. Mm-hmm. And trying to get some money.
MC, as I said before, their building qualifies for federal and state tax credit.
Yep.
And so I was with them.
We haven't got that much success out of the Kansas City Call.
Okay. Well, I would be willing to work with them, in getting that done. Through the chamber, we have some, expertise in that area, and we look forward to helping them to get that done.
Well, I would appreciate that, because what we can do, like with the Greater Kansas City Building and Construction Trade Council, they have about 15 different categories. Mm-hmm. And what they would get, what we're proposing, is what they would get ad credit. In other words, if they would do, say, $15,000 worth of remodeling or what have you, using that for example, then they would get that in advertising. And that works both ways. The people they advertise with, the people say, well, I want to get involved with them, plus have them to build up getting more people to start reading the papers. And we have one of our old-time city council, Miss Joanne Collins. She made an announcement that Kansas City is the only city that has 4 black newspapers. And they are, she mentioned the Kansas City Call. She also mentioned the Kansas City Globe, and they got a new one called Front Page, and then they got the Cleveland Voice, which is the home base in Wichita, Kansas, but they got outlets here in Kansas City and Topeka and Lawrence.
Also, Anthony, you have the Kansas City Defender too. That's a new black online newspaper also.
Well, that's the one I haven't been in contact with. I need your help to be in contact with them.
Yeah, they've been on my program several times, and we work with them. Okay, matter of fact, I'm one of the subscribers. Okay, of their paper. They come out, online, and they're doing quite Matter of fact, they won an award last year, a national award. Matter of fact, last year in their first year of some service, they had broke in the community, and that had been like one of the things. They're real newspaper. They go out and actually look for the stories, okay, that people need to hear about, and so they're very instrumental in being involved in their community.
Well, I wish you would put them in touch with us. We are a membership organization.
I will do that.
Celebrating 50 years, and we want to reach the people whether it's online, whether it's on TV, radio, and you name it.
Yeah, we're glad to do that, MC.
That's something we need to do. And in fact, we got to do what our motto is: show me state.
Well, I don't mind being a part of that scenario. We can do that.
We have some brilliant, I'd say, speakers that were part of the group, and you'd be surprised of the background. A lot of people. We had what you call a time well spent program, which the Missouri Black Chamber of Commerce was part of that, and some people done some like this one, our treasurer, or the one over finance. She grew up outside of Chillicothe, Missouri.
Okay.
She also, when she grew up, they had outhouses till she was 11 years old. But she told that story that evening, and the story the rest of them told how they got to be where they are, or opening their eyes, and when people's eyes have been closed. And it was very interesting. Like one lady, and they gave me a lot of credit too. One lady, she says that's how she got started. A lot of them, so they gave me credit for getting them started in there, and in broadcasts and newspaper and what have you. One time we just had Kansas City Call, KPRS, and I was doing a magazine called City Inner and Outer. That's how we came up with the name Yuma. And
how you come up with that? What is the name of the newspaper again?
Huh?
What's the name of the newspaper again?
United Minority Media Association.
The newspaper.
Oh, you mean the magazine?
Yeah.
City Inner and Outer.
Okay.
We used to have people joke with us. They'd be on radio and they said, "What is an MCO? You in her or out her?" But I started doing a show on KWKI before I went to KKFI. Okay, and that group sold out. They was home based in St. Louis, and they sold out. The guy stopped being the manager of it. But we helped a lot of people that got in a position, but they never gave us credit. And I don't know how hard did we seek to get their credit, okay?
But MC, the fact is that you have been a survivor, and that's one thing that we all can attest to.
True.
And that's a good thing.
Well, not planning to give up anytime soon. We got plans, we got things, we got new board members. In fact, our treasurer is Miss Watkins of the Watkins Funeral Home. She's our secretary. We got another new person to be the treasurer, and we got different people, talk show hosts, newspaper publishers, and you name it, that are becoming members to work with us so we can just really blow this town wide open and working with every different cities throughout the state, but not limited to.
Well, MC, how long, can you tell us how coming to Kansas City, how did it come about with that title? How did you come up with that?
I got that title from Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with Spencer Tracy. I think it's Audrey Hepburn and Sidney Poitier. not to know that movie was a real life thing. Where this guy who worked in the Johnson administration, daughter was dating, I guess y'all use the term African American, and he thought that he's going to get kicked out of the Johnson administration. Well, I think he had a tremendous horse ranch, they tell me. But they went on and got married. And I don't remember her name. I don't know who played her in the movie, but the movie that everybody knew about was Guess Who Come to Dinner.
Yeah.
And that became a book, and that became a movie. And a lot of things get started from newsletters, from books, and what have you, from plays, and people turn them into something great. But you have to have people to support them too. You got to have more people to stand by what they believe in and work to make it happen.
Yeah, but see, that's how you gotta have faith.
True. Faith is a bunch of money too.
Yeah. You gotta have some money too.
But we had none but people. They might do it individually. Say, well, good job, you're doing this, that, and that. We need more like you. That's not to say that they gonna jump in, okay? But a lot of groups, especially our groups, they have a problem with Kansas City black folks sticking together. And a lot of black folks, once they get in office, the first place they run to is St. Louis. The town got more going, and they really more politically if they want to make something happen. Now, Kansas City or Freedom Inc., which is the oldest black organization in the state of Missouri, they just celebrated their 60th anniversary, and they drew from all over the state and gave out the awards and things like that. But I think they had a so-called captive audience of about 200 people. So, but you haven't heard anything else. Most time you hear about a group like Freedom Inc. Is around election time. Now, it was a guy, you should know, Ira, that was, I think he was a state senator from St. Louis. Is it Banks?
Well, the late senator, J.B. Jett Banks.
Okay. So, we just need to do more and really work together, and it's just like we need to interact with one another more. Yes.
Well, see, that's the thing, MC. One of the things that as we go into a brand new year of 2024, a lot of things have changed as we go into this new year, and a lot of blessings are coming now as blacks, as a people now are starting. They need to work together more. We find that we need to come together. Because in numbers there's things can take place in groups and with numbers. Unfortunately, it's no secret. In our black community, we do not have most local cities. Except in Kansas City, okay, you have a lot of leaders there in Kansas City who are doing things in the city. But in most cities, you have a problem finding any leader they can set that can speak for the community, and that's a difficult thing to do. And that same thing is the case across the country. And so because there's a lack of leadership, that's not good. And so we hope in going into 2024 that people will step forward and begin leading our communities. I know that's one of the things that we plan to do here, USHealthOutreach.com, become like a voice for the community. Something that started in Ferguson, Missouri during the Michael Brown era. Matter of fact, just this past week, one of the cities here in the area of Florissant, Missouri, which is a large city in St. Louis County, just had to pay a fine that during the Michael Brown era, a lot of the state passed a law where people could not be held in jail, if they didn't pay their bond. If you couldn't pay your bail, you put you in jail. So they passed a law saying that was against the law. So a lot of cities in Missouri, especially in St. Louis County, had lawsuits filed against them. And in this case, there was over several $1 million, a couple $1 million, I want to say, that had to be paid back to all the individuals that had been, falsely, in jail for failing to pay their bail, because that was against the law, and that changed during what came out of the Mr. Brown's killing. That he changed a lot of things in the community, and also initiated a new movement in blacks around the country that kind of continued even with the George Floyd movement that came out of that. Mr. Michael Brown is something that, and also our station came out of that movement also in Ferguson, Missouri.
I like to make an announcement. I'm in on the 5th floor of the Kansas City. Where are we now? Kansas City VA. Mm-hmm. On the 5th floor in room 258, and I send down. It takes a lot of people, so they're gonna listen on YouTube or whatever, for them to come here to join us in this conversation. And we have the track that it wasn't a black or white thing, it was an all thing. We had people from the Philippines, we have people from Kingston, Jamaica, we had the people from Ethiopia, and we had just interested people. So if any of you are listening, I think I passed the word pretty good, I think. Maybe I didn't. If they just step in the room and they can join this conversation in a little time we have left. What do you guys think of that?
Well, one of the things we like to do, MC, is reach out to people. And that's our goal. Is to bring as many people, into our circle, and to give them information that they can't get anyplace else. And what we're telling you right now, okay, about what you have been doing for all the years in Kansas City, bringing the word, and helping the people, and we honor you on a regular basis for the things that you do, MC. That we appreciate you, and I think more people appreciate you than you realize, because a lot of the kids, people in Yuma, these started out with you, and now their children are coming to Yuma, and so anytime you can pass on generational, lessons, that's a lesson to everyone.
Speaking of the kids, we have MAMIC, Minority Youth Major in Communication, and they had T-shirts that had the Yuma kids, okay? And the kids go, a lot of times, we just put on seminars and workshops over the years, and the people will attend them, so that's how they got in the media. But they didn't come back to give us credit or continue with us. They went out to another branch. Like we did have some people from, and I don't hear anything else since the big boys kind of backed away. That was from the National Black Journalist, was 18 months junior to Yuma, okay? And when, what you call it? The big shots of the corporation, when they stopped paying their way or sponsoring them, they kind of died down. Not to say that the TV people are not still trying to make it.
Well, MC, that's how Mike feels. Again, like we just said before, which is, as people, I think you put it this way: as people go up the ladder, you meet the same people going down the ladder. And that's something that people don't always remember.
Okay, do we have anybody outside to step in? They're listening out there, but they're not listening now. Scott, what you have to? What kind of input you got to this?
I'm just making sure everything goes well.
How much time do we have?
We have 22 minutes.
How much?
22 minutes, sir.
22 minutes?
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of time. We got to take advantage of that. If somebody wanted to connect with you guys, how can they send in their words online that you would get today?
Well, today the only way you could get in touch with us is through YouTube, because I can't contact through Facebook right now.
One of the things that Scott, like so many people do, had some telephone issues during the holiday, and in that, we have telephone issues like a whole world going through a change. So he's going through one of those changes, and that was Facebook was one of the things that was on his telephone, right, Scott?
That's correct. My telephone got lost, so I'm having trouble getting back on Facebook. So
yeah. So those are some of the things, but we would deal with that. So at the MC, you would say the show must go on.
That's
that
right.
is true.
And also today on MC today on our program, we had Mr. Chuck DeVoe, who is the CEO of the National Chamber of Commerce, with our guest. In fact, he's on with us every Saturday, and he would just give us some enlightening moments. And we talked about something that's in the news, what happened with the lady, Miss Claudine Gay, who was the former president of Howard University, who resigned most recently from that position. She's the first black female to hold that position. And right now, one of the things that DEI, something that I tell people, listen to that word DEI, and it's something that you should keep in mind. And that is something that right now, where you have so many black females in those positions around the country, and they have opportunities to make a difference for getting blacks into businesses or hiring blacks, and it's always accountability to the human resources, and they've been able to make a difference there, and also see. When we talk about what's going on, we remind people, and I know where you are there in Kansas City also, that there's a new variant of the COVID-19 going around. And so we ask people to do what they can in terms of social distancing and wear a face mask and wash your hands. And for people, the information, the new variant that's out now, of the COVID-19 is called the JN1, and the COVID-19 come back again like it did last a couple of years ago, but now you're not being told to look up and be aware of all of the cases that people are not being that people are catching it because it's not being advertised on TV, but right now the cases are increasing. So we please ask you to wear your face masks where you can. In most hospitals now, you got to have a face mask. You go into those, and some businesses are requiring it also. Or they have a little sign say it's a choice. So we ask you, please, social distancing. You can also MC, just for your information, for your listeners. Last year, we had 39 mass shootings across the country. 39, and this is a sad thing to say. In 2024, we already have had 7 already, and this includes the shooting that took place in the state of Iowa this week, where a young teen took a gun to school and killed himself plus another student, and some people in the hospital. So right now, we hoping that people will just be careful where they lay their guns at. And I know a lot of people don't have their children have the guns in their drawers, under the pillows, and your children know what those guns are. And this kid was 17 years old, so he couldn't buy the pistol. And they couldn't say, he bought a pistol someplace. And so that's not a good thing. Also, one of the things, speaking of guns, the head of the National Rifle Association of America, Mr. Wayne Lapierre, is stepping down from the head of the organization after over 37 years. And he's been like a lead lobbyist, and they've been one of the advocates in Congress, making sure that no bills have been passed to allow people to put new restrictions on guns. And it's kind of ironic that the next week that he resigned on Thursday. On Monday he goes to court. The lady named Letitia James, who people know her, but she's the Attorney General for the city of New York, has started a lawsuit to dissolve the National Rifle Association in the New York Supreme Court. And the lawsuit is claimed that the organization has violated the laws for nonprofit groups and committed tax fraud and took millions of dollars for personal use. So again, those are some of the things that are taking place around the country that will affect us, some of our listeners in some kind of way, and also just this week, on Monday, there was in Japan. There was an earthquake of 7.6 magnitude, and the good part about this, it was still not in a major city, but in a city called Noto, N-O-T-O. And this is about 185 miles from Tokyo, and this is on the opposite side of the coast. And so far, we have maybe 100 people that have been found dead so far. They didn't have any tall buildings, and we still rescuing people. But also during that same time, this past Wednesday, was it Tuesday, up in Maryland, the state of Maryland, right outside of D.C., and they had a 2.3 magnitude earthquake that took place there. It should be them also.
Okay, that's good, but give me the opportunity. I am legally blind, okay? And I was just shocked when I found out this local group, and a lot of groups around here, they don't have any answer for that. So I did hear some people from Low Vision and Preparation that they were going to refer me to some people, and some people that I can call that didn't have an age limit. I was at another place, they had an age limit to 21 years old. But this one they don't have, and a lot of people they can teach them how to read Braille and what have you, and I'm just waiting to use this group so I can get involved in, because it's just like with Rebecca Bradley.
What's the name of the group? What's the name of the group again, MC? What's the name of the group again? What's the name of it?
The Low Vision and Preparation. But Rebecca Bradley is over the minority veteran, and she's trying to work on it. But I just met with some people. In fact, they came to the room here in where I'm staying at now, a housing the VA, that there is such a thing. And then they said, even once I leave from here, that I can get involved in that, how to do both. Not only because me being legally blind, that means I'm blind in one eye, okay? But they have some Braille. I even asked, could I get a dog to help me?
A seeing dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, MC, I think, matter of fact, MC, I know you qualify for all of those benefits. And what you and I'll do, next week, I'll see if I can help you contact some of those groups and see if we can get you some assistance.
Well, I'm glad you said that. With all these million listeners we got to listen, they can say, I heard him say that, or that commit. Because
I said that, yeah, I stand by it, yeah. Also, before we forget this, as we go into this brand new year, we got a brand new Congress, and we're going into a new year where we are about to go into another government shutdown because so far the House of Representatives has not passed a bill, no budget bill for us, to keep the government going. But I think one of the last things that Congressman, former Congressman now, and former Speaker,
Clay?
No, Speaker of the House.
Speaker, okay.
Yeah, of the House, McCarthy. He also resigned, at the end of the year also. Right. But anyway, what he did was he made an agreement with the White House that they had an agreement that will be able to keep. Where the agreement was that they could temporarily keep the national debt going and not close the government down until January 2025. Now, what that means that which right now the House of Representatives has no intention of doing any bills of the 12 bills that need to be passed every year. And in last year's Congress, in the House of Representatives, they did the least amount of work of any Congress in history. In recent history, but recent history, there were no bills passed into law. Very few bills. There were some passed, but there were very few bills that were passed into law. And so, among that things, there were 12 bills that need to be passed. And one of those is the appropriation bill, which appropriates the money for the government, our government to sustain itself. So you need to tell your congressman, well, in your case, Congressman Cleaver is being a Democrat. He's already, going with working toward that. But the Republicans are saying no. And also, when your congressman, also Mr. Luthermeyer, he's going to resign. He's not running for re-election. This next year. But this year, for his Luthermeyer, he's the congressman from the Kansas City area.
Okay.
And he's not running for re-election.
We want to send the invitation to people listening, not based on culture, not based on that, but many people can pull their resources, their minds together, and make this work for everybody. We're for that 100%. At least I am.
Yeah. Well, right now we urge people to please get out and register to vote. Before you can vote, make sure you register to vote. Right now, a lot of places they are purging the rolls. That means they're taking your name off the rolls if you move someplace else, or if you hadn't voted. Some places, in the last couple of years, they take you off the ballot, take you off the rolls. So please make sure that you're registered. As you go into the election season, and that's what for local, federal, and state elections. And also this year.
Well, to add to that, Congressman Emanuel Cleaver II, his number is 816. 816. 4545. No, wait a minute. 816-842-4545.
45, yes,
And not only with Congressman Cleaver, but you got Councilperson Bush in St. Louis. You got the people there. We need to unite to get that. A lot of people don't care about voting. They figure their vote don't count. Their
vote count. See, last election, it's the small places and some large places. A lot of votes, people won their elections by less than 5 votes. To be a mayor, either be in some places a state senator or a state rep. The election was that close, okay? So any vote that people that said they don't count, one vote count. Matter of fact, in some places they had a tie vote. They had to flip a coin to see who won. So please, Please, that's the one right that we all have as individuals in this country, is the right to vote. So please, on behalf of MC Richardson, our folks in Scott Owens, please get out and vote. You owe that to yourself.
Well, I really enjoyed the information that was passed on in today's Vital Show.
Oh, also, MC, one more thing I need to bring out here. This past week, okay, our country national debt for the first time hit $34 trillion. That is our national debt now. That is a lot of money. A lot of money. And also, one of the things that's not being talked about again, that over in Israel right now, there's still a war going on there with Israel and Hamas, and a lot of people lost their lives. We have people to pray for them, and that there'll be some kind of resolution to that real soon. There'll be some kind of pause, but right now people are being killed, and also in Ukraine. And that's another thing there. Our House of Representatives has not refused, I should say, to pass any bills that relate to providing dollars for those countries that's fighting for their lives against Russia in the case of Ukraine. And because that's very important, if we don't help Ukraine, Russia will be someplace else taking the country, and that's not something that we need to have done. And then we eventually draw the transition to another possible war. So again, it's very important that we remember that. Talk to your congressman. Cleve, I know, is already on board, and I know Congressman Bush is on board here in St. Louis. And so when we asking you to be someplace else, it's not in St. Louis City or Kansas City, Missouri. Please go talk to your congresspeople. Oh, also, you see, another thing, in the state of Missouri, our governor did something I think was very, very noble. He signed a bill that made we call it a rule of bill, what we're going to call it. But what it does, it forbids any foreign individual or business to buy land within 10 miles of a federal government facility, like an airport. A lot of these countries like China have been buying up land in Missouri, and so right now they've been trying to buy land close, to these facilities, like the Whitman Air Force Base and places like that. And so we make sure that will not take place. And the governor did sign that into law this past week. That will not be taking place anymore.
Would you repeat that again?
Yes, sir. Governor Pearson signed a bill, signed a law that says no longer could foreign countries have ownership of land within 10 miles of any federal government installations. And that means they cannot buy farmland or none of that within a military installation. And that was on the new rule signed by Governor Parson this past week.
Okay.
And that kind of stuff is something that's going on because we have a lot of farmland in Missouri, and they've been noticing that a lot of foreign countries don't care. They're trying to get close as they can to these facilities. They can expound what's going on. This spy business is alive and well. We got to be conscious of that. And also, another thing, MC, that in Kansas City, our Kansas City Chiefs are playing tomorrow. They've been having some kind of bumpy roads most recently, and so tomorrow they will be playing again tomorrow, and so support our Chiefs.
That yeah, go Chiefs. We kind of our quarterback has been kind of done. I hope he lights up like he can light up tomorrow. And that game's at I think it's a 3:25 or 3:45 p.m.
I think it's 3:25, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Until they print, how can they get attached to this show and become one of the listeners and hopefully a sponsor?
Well, what they need to do, okay, they can go to our website, Ferguson USA, hottalkradio.com. That's all one word, Ferguson USA, hottalkradio.com. And you go on the website there, and you should be able to find how to get in contact with Scott Owens. He's our general manager and owner of the station. And we're glad to get in contact with him.
Okay.
And MC, I will say right now, we are at 2 minutes before the end of the hour. And I want to say that we have been involved talking to you again. And I think that it's usually I find out new stuff and I talk to you. And I will keep my word if you remind me, MC, to get a hold of the people that can work with you, get you a CN dog or whatever. That tomorrow, this next week, okay, we can work toward getting you some assistance.
Well, I would appreciate that offer, but also if we could add to it the disability too, that'd be great.
Yes, well, I'm working on that also. Actually, we did call Congressman Cleaver's office about that last week, and they are still working right now to get.
Most of it, they still have a lot of vacations, don't they?
Well, that's one of the things that people talk about is being here in Congress. They take a lot of breaks.
Right.
They take a lot of breaks. That's why it's a good job if you can get it. Well, right now, I'm saying you listen to Ferguson USA, hottalkradio.com. Guess Who Come to Kansas City with MC Richardson, the host and moderator and founder of Guess Who Come to Kansas City, and also the founder of 90 Minority Media Association. My name is Alan Folks, founder and CEO of the Missoula Chamber of Commerce, along with Mr. Scott Owens, our general manager and CEO of Ferguson USA, hottalkradio.com. Did I get that right, Scott?
Absolutely.
MC, did I get that right?
I'm going to try to.
Okay, we will see you again next week. Same channel as Ferguson USA, hottalkradio.com at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then please have a safe weekend and life is good. And again, wear a face mask.
Thank you very much.